Master Sergeant Sam Harper.
Don't be afraid. It's only friendly fire.
What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, and this is my third and final review of my 4th of July series, which is Uncle Sam. So we have a horror film for for just about every holiday there is. Of course, we have a lot for Christmas. We've got a lot for Halloween. We got a few for Valentine's Day. We've got maybe one at least for Easter that's known. Critters 2, yes, it's an Easter horror movie. And there is one for 4th of July, and the definitive one for me is Uncle Sam. So Uncle Sam follows Sam Harper, who is a Gulf War veteran, whose chopper is gunned down, and he's killed by friendly fire. And his body is shipped to his hometown, where he begins to rise from the dead and wreak havoc upon local townspeople who he believes are unpatriotic, who show complete disrespect, to the 4th of July and to America. For example, you're a flag burner. Yeah, Sam doesn't like that. You disrespect just the 4th of July, disrespect the national anthem, which we have a character in here who does that, who butchers it on purpose because he's a moron. And then you have draft dodgers, which honestly for me, draft dodgers is not that big of a deal, but it's just your attitude towards it. Your reasoning for that, is the problem. I mean, first off, this is one of those direct-to-video B movies that only horror fans would know about. If you're just a casual fan of horror, you probably haven't seen this before. But spoiler, I'm probably going to go with spoilers, mainly due to some deaths that do occur in this film. So first off, this movie, the positives for me that I like about this movie is that it has a really good familiar cast. You've seen a lot of these people before. If you've seen certain shows or certain movies, you got Isaac Hayes. He plays this veteran who used to serve with Sam. He's really good. I think he's really good in this movie. You have Robert Forster, who's this crooked congressman who's visiting there. You have Anne Tremco, who you might recognize from Saved by the Bell college years. She plays Sam's wife. Leslie Neal, who you might recognize from Gremlins 2, who is a desk operator at the Clamp office building. She plays Sam's sister. Timothy Bottoms, you might recognize. He plays one of Jody's teachers. Jody's actually. And Jody, by the way, is Sam's nephew, who pretty much looks up to Sam and is completely oblivious to Sam's nature and the trauma that he put his wife and his sister through. There are actually some pretty cool deaths in here. A few that stand out for me is a cop gets impaled by an American flag. There's a kid, the kid that I mentioned before who butchers the national anthem. He gets his head cut off with a cleaver. That's basically all the positives I have for this movie. I mean, it's a fine B movie if you're into those holiday horror movies. It's an entertaining one. It's dumb but entertaining. Now getting to my negatives, and one of my biggest issues with this movie is that there's a scene involving Jody in class and having this discussion with his teacher about joining the army, and his teacher explaining to him how he actually did he didn't join the army, and he's explaining his reasoning for it. My problem with this scene is that this is supposed to be summertime. This is the 4th of July, which is in the summertime. Why is class in session? Why is there school? It makes absolutely zero sense. And there's no sign that this is summer school that Jody's in, because there's, classes everywhere, kids everywhere. So I doubt there's summer school that big. But yeah, it's weird. Also, Sam's sister and his wife have his body after they hear that he is, instead of having his body buried in the cemetery where he was actually planned to be buried, they have his body sent to their house. And the body is in a casket sitting in the living room and the dining room like it's a piece of furniture. Like, okay, if this guy was really so traumatic, really abusive to you and put you through these traumatic events, why are you having his body there, sitting there, where it's a constant reminder of the nightmares you've had about him? It don't make any sense. I don't understand it. And as I mentioned before, you have some of the dumbest characters in this movie. They do some of the dumbest things, or they're just stupid, or completely disrespectful to it. They're completely unlikable. You cannot wait for them to get killed off. Like you have this one dude named Willie. He's walking around on stilts. He's dressed in an Uncle Sam costume, which is where Sam Harper gets his costume. So, it makes sense that he's called Uncle Sam for two reasons. He looks like Uncle Sam, and he actually is Uncle Sam. But yeah, this guy named Willie, he's pretty much peeping on this girl, and he's on stilts, which makes it kind of difficult if you get caught for a quick getaway. So yeah, he's able to run away on the stilts and everything. But yeah, that proves to be his undoing when he discovers that Sam is following him, and he hits a tree and he falls backwards off the stilts, and Sam gets him and steals the mask. And I don't know how he kills him because it's not shown. It's off screen. And then you have these three kids who are burning the American flag in the cemetery right around the plot where Sam is supposed to be buried. And I'm just like, what the hell? And I think that's what caused Sam to be waking up, because at the time when this is going on, he's still in the casket, and I think that's probably what he probably had this psychic sense that something was going on, so that kind of awoke him. Killed the one kid who had like 3 reasons to die. 1, he was helping burn the American flag. 2, he butchered up the national anthem. And 3, he enters a potato sack race and pretty much just trying to cheat, trying to knock everybody down just so he could try to win. But it kind of bit him in the ass when he fell down a hill, and then he runs into Uncle Sam, and yeah, he takes his head off with a cleaver. So I think he's the biggest one that got what he deserved. And then you got the deputy, which I didn't think he was a bad guy, because he was sleeping around with his wife, but in their defense, they thought he was dead. So, and he knew all about the traumatic events that, Sam put her through and everything. So, I don't think he necessarily deserved to die, because he wasn't really that bad of a guy, except for the fact that he busted a kid for marijuana and decided and it seems like he was going to start smoking it too, because he started smelling it like he was going to smoke it. But I mean, it's an entertaining movie. It's not one of the best. It's directed by William Lustig, who gave us the Maniac Cop movies. So yeah, he has that kind of thing going here with Uncle Sam. If there's anything else that I can credit this movie for, it's the beginning credits, where it plays the Stars and Stripes Forever. It kind of gets you in the 4th of July spirit. And so it's a fun movie. I think it's so bad it's good movies. With a fun little cast if you're familiar with them. Uncle Sam is one that I try to check out every year, every 4th of July, because along with Independence Day and Live Free or Die Hard, because these are my 3 primary ones that I really, really enjoy. So if you haven't seen Uncle Sam, I recommend checking it out at least one time. Well, that's it for this one, guys. That's it for my 4th of July triple series. I hope you enjoyed them. I'm going to have the links for both Independence Day and Live Free or Die Hard for you guys if you haven't checked them out already. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button down below. Comment down here if you have seen Uncle Sam. What'd you think of it? And as always, I love you guys. You guys are the best. And I will see you in the next one.